in the coupe, my nigga keep the pistol beside him. They play with us, you know we own them. I know a couple bitches that'll be on your ass at your head and leave them in a coma. I cannot fuck with these niggas, I ride my own wave and they hitting cause this is my moment. They wasn't fucking with me when a nigga was down, so I gotta flex on my opponents. I with the top back, so these bitches can see what they missing. I ain't been to hell yet, but I pray for forgiveness, cause I know a nigga been sinning. And she got the mad shot, so whenever she walks with a God, I be wishing I'm in it. Shout out to my last bitch, cause I fell out of love, had to realize a nigga was tripping. Said I had to go get some racks now, so when I hit them all, I put racks down. You can smell all the weed through the packs now. Take your bitch to the crib, blow her back out. Fuck a good, got a trick in my background. On my page, tryna see where I'm at now. Hit my phone when you tryna come back round. I can tell she don't know how to act now. Cause she hit my phone on the regular, told her that you not the one, girl, you know that you trippin'. I cannot fuck for no skis, or she told me she like to fuck, so I said we can get it. But don't fall in love with a nigga, I met her at since out the club, it was me and my niggas. And she keep on blowing my phone up, but I cut that bitch up by the end of the winter. I told her, don't you try play with me, I wanna hear what you say about me when I'm around. I know the devil, he chasing me, tryna come take you away from me, I hold you down. I told my haters keep hating me, I got an army that stay with me, can't take me down. I just been waiting so patiently, I told my mama just wait for me, look at me now. Cause I want a Hellcat with the top back, so these bitches can see what they missing. I ain't been to hell yet, but I pray for forgiveness, cause I know a nigga been sinning. And she got the mad shot, so whenever she walks with a God, I be wishing I'm in it. Shout out to my last bitch, cause I fell out of love, had to realize a nigga was tripping. Said I had to go get some racks now, so when I hit them all, I put racks down. You can smell all the way through the packs now. Take your bitch to the crib, blow her back out. Fuck a good, got a check in my background. On my page, tryna see where I'm at now. Hit my phone when you tryna come back round. I can tell she don't know how to act now.
Yeah. What up? Welcome to the Fair Podcast. I go by the name of KCK Hellboy.
It's the kid, Mr. Bangers.
Hey, check it out, man. I bumped that Hellcat song. That was my brother's song. He passed away the other day, so I'm dedicating this show to him. Terrell Scott. That was your shit. You know what I mean? You put that Hellcat on here, turn up for you. So rest in peace, Terrell Scott. And I just want to give him a moment of silence real quick. Yeah. So appreciate y'all. Had to hit the drink for my nigga. What up, baby?
What's good, man?
What's the word? What's goody in the hoodie, man?
We back, man.
We back. Producer man, what episode is this? Hey. Quiet. Episode number 9?
Number 9.
Yes, sir. We rolling, baby.
Yes, sir.
Last week, got into some females' bushes, man. You know, I ain't trying. I ain't fuck with the females this week.
What you got for us this week?
We gonna talk about the fellas this week, man.
Oh man.
Yeah. We in the fellas' bushes this week. But like I said, the show dedicated to my brother Terrell Scott. Rest in peace to him. Welcome to the Fair Podcast. If you've never been to the Fair Podcast, let's get active. We finna get active today. Last week was about females and why they wear revealing clothing. This week we gonna get on some shit with these young men and how they carry things. But first I want to shout out to my sponsor, www.jewsofjoyfulboutique.com. Make sure you shop that. Go get it. Get something nice for your lady, something nice for your nephew, niece, uncle, aunt, whatever. What's up, man? What you been up to? Look a little sleepy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I ain't been getting no sleep lately. I've been up, man.
Gotta get your rest, man.
I've been up.
What's up, though? What you been up to?
I've been chilling. I'm here.
That's it. Oh, he dropped a new mix this week?
Oh yeah, go check that out. New mix alert.
Oh yeah?
Check it out on my page, kck.djr03.
Oh yeah, little bro dropped a new mix this week, so look forward to the link in the bio.
Nah, it's on the page.
It's on the page?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look for it on the page. What is it? IGTV?
Yeah.
Okay.
IGTV.
All right. Well, look for it on the Fear podcast story. But what's the definition of a snitch? I'm going to jump right into it. That's my first topic. What's the definition of a snitch? In my comments, let me know. In Lil Bro comments, let me know. Producer man, let me know. What's the definition of a snitch?
What's your definition?
That's not usually how the show works. I don't usually go first. I need to know though, man. It's a lot of definitions of a snitch. Somebody said a tattletale, but what I mean by that is this. So, let's say I'm at work, right? I'm in a workspace. I got work things going on, whether I'm a truck driver, whatever. All right, let's say I'm a truck driver.
Right.
I'm a truck driver, and I know that my homeboy was drinking before the shift. If I tell my supervisor he was drinking, am I a snitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's none of my business.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but so what if he's?
Unless you the manager and he on your shit.
I'm definitely not a manager. I'm just an employee, right? But what if he is
Somebody.
intoxicated to the point of he might wipe out. He might die. That's my man though. That's what I said in the beginning.
Right, okay.
I ain't say he was just a coworker. That's my man. It's my homeboy. You gonna snatch him up yourself. But he's not listening to you. He don't want to hear you. He like, bro, I got this shit, bro. I'm good, bro.
Nah, he ain't got no choice.
I'm gonna snatch him.
Okay.
That intoxicated.
Okay.
He getting snatched up, so he won't get fired.
Okay.
So, you know, if
Welcome to the Fair Podcast.
Right.
What I want to know is what's the definition of a snitch? That's what I want to know. What somebody say something over there?
Miss Armstrong 410 said someone telling important information.
Important information?
Yeah.
Someone telling important information is a snitch?
I think snitch. If you ask me, I mean, it could be
Welcome
so
to the
many
Fair
ways.
Podcast, Pepe Green.
It can be so many ways, but
What's the
Snitching-
definition of a snitch, Pepe?
snitching is more along with me. It's like I want to say criminal or crime shit, but if you do something dirt, if you do some dirt and you do it with somebody, and that person say something about that's
Yeah.
snitching. To
That's
me.
what
I
I'm
mean,
trying to get to. So does it have to be criminalized?
I
Can it
think
be
so because you just used the job thing
right?
for an example, and I said no, I wouldn't go snitch. I wouldn't go tell. I wouldn't go tell.
Right.
I would pull him up and
Okay.
say something about it. If I
So
fuck
if he
with the
tell,
code.
he a snitch. If I tell
At
my
work?
supervisor, at work, if I'm at work and I tell my supervisor that my coworker, who is supposed to be like my homeboy, has been drinking, he's intoxicated, and I don't think we drive trucks. I don't think he should be driving because he's been drinking.
It's not.
That makes me a
criminalized.
snitch?
No, it's not.
That's nothing criminalized. That's what I'm getting
because
to.
you here it is. You at the crossroad of. You just said he ain't listening to it.
He not listening. I
That's
can't
it.
fight him. I can't fight him because if I fight him,
Well, you just went and got help.
now we both might lose our job because now we fighting on the job.
You went and got help.
I went and got help.
Went and got help.
That's what I'm saying. Now I'm not. Now don't get me wrong. People that's in this live don't watch this. Oh, that nigga help boy, a snitch. He gonna tell. No, that's not what I'm saying. This is the Fair Podcast, and what we do here is we discuss topics and we get opinions on what's going on, and we break them all the way down to the smallest molecule. So I don't want y'all to take this as if you want to job with me and you doing something, I'm gonna tell on you. Cause it ain't my business. If you want to drive a truck and die off, that's on you. You know, I gotta make it home to my kids. You gotta make it home to yours. I'ma say something to you, and if you decide to still go, then that's on you. But I do want to know, does that make me a snitch?
I was put in that position
Okay,
because I was a manager of the drivers.
right.
So
I've been a manager before too.
the guy that was I was training in my truck that day. You feel me? He was a graffiti artist.
Mm.
And I didn't know until we stopped to get gas. And he jumps out. I don't know where he at. I come back to the truck.
He start tagging shit.
He's gone tagging shit. And I don't know until we get back to the fucking to dispatch.
Yeah, and now
And they already done got the call.
somebody done
Now
told.
they questioning me and him like, you was a part of, he was with you. Whoa.
Yeah,
I ain't know Jimmy went over there and tagged the motherfucking phone
Yeah.
post.
yeah,
That's what he was doing?
Yeah.
You feel me? I ain't snitch on him,
yeah.
but
I ain't
he
know.
was gone.
Right.
Yeah.
What I can't vouch for him around my time. He was gone.
Yeah.
Yo was
does that
gone
make
at
you-
this time.
But see, I know some niggas that would say because you didn't vouch or because you didn't stand
But
up
I
and
went
say
to him
you was
after
he
that.
was with you. Oh, he ratted.
That's cool. I did
Because-
that, and I went to him after that. I went directly to him and said, yo, that was fucked up. You did that while you was with me.
Yeah, because some people don't take responsibility for their own actions, and I hate because a lot of the time
Right.
now,
Right.
a lot of the time now, it'll be a street
It's
nigga
making you think.
who got it. Right, it makes you think. Right,
Yeah.
it's a lot of time now. It'll be a street nigga who got into some shit. Right, or whether it's a street nigga, it could be somebody on the job who did something. And they wasn't supposed to do it. Whatever it was, it broke the rules. It was against the rules. However you want to say it. GTI Smoke. What up? Thank you for following the Fed podcast. The question is, what's the definition of a snitch? Yeah, I didn't. You know, at the end of the day, accountability and taking accountability for your actions will stop a lot of this false accusing of somebody snitching, right? Because I can remember getting locked up with somebody and I was falsely accused of snitching on that person, right? And it bothered me because it was like, damn, you really think I told on you, bro? Like, why the fuck? I'm not gonna gain nothing from telling on you. But in the end, some people be confused in their mind, and instead of taking accountability for what they was doing that day or whatever they had going on that day, they want to point the finger because they want to. It has to be a reason why they got caught, and the reason is not them.
It's never them.
They don't want to look in the mirror and say it's me, so they'll blame another person and say you snitched on them. The real crab bar says a person that's not from the streets and knows the code of silence rule and the street codes that we grew up in believing. I meant from the streets. Oh, a person that is from the streets. Okay, okay.
That's the criminal
So okay, so it with your comment and you saying that, right? Is Tekashi 6ix9ine a snitch? With the comment of a person that's from the streets,
Yeah, he is snitch.
but he's not from the streets.
He's not from the streets, but he involved himself and put himself in the position with those same people he snitched on.
Okay.
And that criminal activity.
Okay.
That he was involved in, that his name was tied into.
Okay.
He snitched.
All right. Now,
If he was innocent, remain your innocent. Keep your
right?
innocent.
In my book, he's a snitch too, right? But me being a journalist now, or me being a person who's on a mic on a podcast, I have to do my research with certain shit. You understand what I'm saying? So, from his point of view, right? These guys. Oh, okay. Pepe Green says, but he put himself in the streets. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. But let me say this. In my point of view, right? 6ix9ine says, this is 6ix9ine's words. These are the same guys who tried to kill him.
I think I heard this.
GTI Smoke says 6ix9ine was from the street.
Keep you cold.
But 6ix9ine
Yes, sir.
wasn't from the street because he was a fucking waitress in
No, he wasn't.
soccer player before he became a rapper and got with Treyway. And he got with Treyway because Treyway was his management. So he wasn't
He was shooting
from the
videos,
streets.
wasn't
Yeah, Treyway became his management. So he wasn't from the streets. When he got with Treyway is when he became this street guy, this street thug guy. But the reason 6ix9ine is saying he snitched on those guys is because they tried to kill him. They set him up. So y'all niggas got jobs. No, but what I'm saying is I can't really go there and smoke on this podcast, but you know and I know before I had a job what we was doing. I'm gonna say that, period. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't fall under that category, or you know what I mean? A guy that never was outside and then when he became a grown man, decided to come outside, that's not a street nigga. That's a nigga that just came outside. He's not a street nigga. A nigga that grew up in the streets and then decided to remove himself from the streets and became a working man is still a street nigga. He just a street nigga that decided to go to work.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
So it's a big difference. But you can't just wake up and say, I'm a street nigga. That's not something you can just wake up and be like, yeah, today I'm a street nigga. Because if he was a street nigga, and this is my opinion, if 6ix9ine was a street nigga, he would have been smart enough to know that they was using him as a mule the whole time.
If he was a street nigga, he'd have been dead.
Right. If he was a
'Cause
street
they would
nigga,
have set him up and they would have got him.
right. He would have saw through. He would have saw through what it was. That's not how it worked. That's not how it was. But all right, that's not how what was. Trying to understand what you're saying. That's not how what 6ix9ine was doing. But again,
Tell him call in.
oh yeah, you can FaceTime live GTI Smoke if you would like to. You can send a request to FaceTime live and we can talk about it, so you don't have to type it. You know, we can talk about it live. Because it's definitely a good topic. It's definitely a good topic. It's a lot of opinions that can be said. I mean, yeah, 6ix9ine. I mean, in your opinion, 6ix9ine probably was a street nigga. To me, in my opinion, he wasn't a street nigga. And the reason why I say he wasn't a street
He said
nigga,
it himself.
just look how he carried it. He definitely said it himself
said
that he wasn't a street nigga.
That's already on paper.
But just look how he carried himself. Fucking rainbow hair and the things that he did and the things that he said on the internet and how he moved on the internet. No street nigga would do that. And that's why, as street niggas, we don't understand his end game and his end goal. Because we like, what the fuck is this kid doing? Yeah. He rapping this street shit, but he wasn't, you know. GTI Smoke says, no, I don't want to sound like I'm defending him, but you was already around before he started fucking with them niggas.
Yeah,
nah, he wasn't.
Already.
He wasn't around them niggas. Huh?
He was around them.
No, he wasn't.
He was shooting their videos.
No, he wasn't shooting their videos. His homeboy was shooting their videos. That's how they met.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a connection through one guy. And like Jay-Z with Clark Kent and Dame Dash. Clark Kent introduced Jay-Z to Dame Dash. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's the same situation. It's not Smoke, I promise you. I definitely did my research. It's not. 6ix9ine was working as a fucking restaurant waitress. But he was a rapper. He was an inspiring rapper. Away there, he from there. He's from Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn, but he's not from Treyway. He's not from the hood that they're from. He's from the same borough, but he's not from the same neighborhood. It's like a nigga being from Park Heights, but he's not from Queensbury. He from Quantico. See what I'm saying? Yeah, he from Park Heights, but he not from, you know what I mean? He from Quantico. He from down bottom. And from up top. They both from Park Heights, but they not from the same block. So they from the same barrel. Right. So, in the end, welcome to the Fed Podcast. All I'm saying is,
Snitch.
he thinks that he didn't snitch, and that's why he can live with it. Yeah. He thinks that he got them back because if he didn't do what he did, they was gonna kill him. See what I'm saying? So in his mind, he didn't snitch. In our mind, in street culture and what we see, he's from he. So I understand what you're saying, but he's still from Round. He is from Round, right? But we both know you can be from the hood and not be hood. If that makes sense. You can be from a hood and still be a
lot of people like that.
Yeah, you can be from the hood and still be I don't want to say square because that's not politically correct.
Oh, it's squares in every hood.
Yeah, but you can still be from the hood but not be a street guy. Like we see it all the time. You feel what I'm saying? We see it all the time. There's some dudes that's in the hood and from the hood, but they never indulged in nothing that was in the hood. They just lived there.
Yeah.
They just lived there.
That old head that live
Basically.
right there, but he's in
Yeah,
the
they just
hood.
live there. They just live there. They not indulging in what's going on around it.
You know that's him. He
But-
got that caddy sitting right there.
You know, I just wanted to know, what the definition of a snitch was. That
Juice of
I needed
joy.
to know that. I needed to know that.
On the
All right,
check
so-
in, what's good?
My next thing is, what's the definition of a man? Ooh. That's a tough one right there. Because everybody has their own perception. But what's the definition of a man? I need to know. What's the definition of a man?
Good question.
And like
Jewels of Joy Boutique said a leader.
a leader, that's a quality. That's a quality. I'll take that. That's a quality. But not all men are leaders.
Mr. Armstrong 410 said taking care of his family. Taking care of his business and family.
Taking care of his business and family. Okay. But okay, so this is a touchy one. It's a good one, so that's why I brought it up. A guy can be taking care of business and family, but still physically abusing his wife. So is he a man? Because he's taking care of his responsibilities. He's paying his bills on time. He's going to work every day. He's doing what he's supposed to do, right? He's taking care of his kids, the whole nine. But in the end, he's abusing his wife. Is he still a man? Because he whipping her ass. Is that shit that men do?
I don't know.
Right.
No. In my book, no. He not no man.
I'm actually losing viewers
He not no
because
man.
people don't want to touch on that.
Yeah.
That's
He
a
not no
sticky
man.
subject. People don't want to touch on that. Yes, sir. What is the definition of a
Especially not
man?
another man.
Huh?
Especially not another man.
What is the definition of a man? And I knew
Join
I was going to lose people today.
join Hellboy KCK if you want chime in and jump on the live.
Absolutely. If you
Send
want to
a
go
request
live,
on
send
his
me a
live.
request. You want to go live, send me a request. But what is the definition of a man? Don't walk out on me now because I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know. That's what this show is about. And when we was talking about the ladies last week, everybody had something to say.
Yeah.
Everybody had something to say when we was talking about the ladies last week. Everybody wanted to chime in last week and criticize these females on what they wearing and how they moving.
He gonna respond.
But now this week, I'm talking about what's the definition of a man, and I'm losing viewers in my live. Oh, they don't want to talk
They
about it.
running.
Oh, they don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. What's the definition? What makes you a man?
Now, what makes you a man? It's a bunch of traits that can make you a man.
Okay, well then, what's the definition of a man?
Now that's another question. That's another question.
Let me take the what makes you a man out, and let me stick to what's the definition of a man. I ain't got no answers in my live yet.
Miss Armstrong.
My live ain't never been this dry. What's the definition of a man? Somebody tell me.
Miss Armstrong 410 said real men walk away from shit like that.
Walk away from shit like what?
I don't know. I forgot what we was talking about. What
We
you
talking
said?
about the definition of a man.
Right,
Real men
right.
walk away from explaining what's the definition of a man.
No, I don't think she talking about that. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, talking about abusing women.
Yeah, I think that's what she talking about.
But that's what I'm saying. The first comment that person said was, "Ooh, my live ain't never only had one person." Sheesh. Sheesh, I got him.
She was talking about abusing women.
Right. So the comment before that was a man that takes care of his business and take care of his family. And I said a man can take care of his business and take care of his family, but still be abusing his wife.
Then that doesn't make him a man.
No.
Then that
don't
doesn't make him a man.
Now,
what she said was two was 2 traits of a man. But she not telling me what's the definition of a man.
A real man.
Of a real man. She gave me 2 traits, not the definition. You following what I'm saying? She gave me 2 traits, but not the definition. I want to know what's the definition of a man. Not traits, not things that men do, but what's the definition of a man? That's what I want to know. And my live is dead.
Yeah.
Somebody done shot them and said, we ain't got no answers for that nigga today.
Wait,
Oh, y'all don't want to talk about it. Oh, that's fucked up.
Miss Armstrong said she can't answer that. Maybe we should ask Google.
Google.
Google,
Yeah.
Google ain't got the answers. Google ain't got the answers, Sway. Google ain't got the answers, Sway.
Google, what's the definition of a
So
man?
the definition of a man.
I would say taking care of his responsibilities, his family, and making sure his girl good. All that ties in. I think all that ties in of being
That
a man.
is. That's traits of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's traits of it.
Yeah. So that's what I would
traits of
say.
it. That's traits of
I
it.
think the definition of a man means moral and responsibility.
Right. 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 To me,
I think that's where that comes from.
to me, definition of a man is understanding that there's a higher power. To me, the definition of a man is understanding the role that we play in society. Not just as a black male, but as a male, period. To me, the definition of a man is knowing there's a higher power. I don't care if you believe in Buddha, the stars, God, whatever. Knowing there's a higher power. There's an entity that you can't control. And also, what you said, responsibility and being, what Mom Duke said, being a leader inside of that responsibility. Did she give you a Google definition?
Yeah,
Google don't have the answer, Sway, but I would love to hear it. Google says what?
Hold up, cause you know it's acting dumb after that.
A man
You
don't
gotta
have
move so you
morals,
can see it.
and he's not taking care of his responsibilities.
Google says masculinity is often defined as strength and aggressiveness, while being a man is defined as an adult male. Different, yet many people put them together as one meaning. A real man is things that have positive effects. I can respect that. I can respect that answer. Now, the crazy part about it is there is no right or wrong.
Right.
There is no right or wrong answer for this question. So it was funny to me that people backed out of my live so fast. And it's amazing to me how men are so quick to bash women and want to bash women on what they do and how they move and the things they do and what they have going on. But yet when it's time to look in the mirror, they don't want to do that. And that's all I wanted to prove on this show today, is that men don't want to look in the mirror and say, am I really a man? I'm out here calling myself a man. But after watching the Fear podcast today and the shit that they explained, am I doing that?
Right.
Nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing half of the shit they just said. So I can't be a man. But instead of facing that and fixing it, you want to run away from it. But you can't go out here and bash these females and treat these females like they ain't shit. But you don't want to look in the mirror and face the fact that you ain't shit either.
Right.
Because another definition of being a man is knowing when you're wrong and taking accountability. And that's why I asked earlier the snitch word, because it all falls into accountability. Today I want to talk about basically accountability. All 3 topics that I have today is about accountability. And all 3 topics that I have today is about masculinity. So being as though I guess that one was a little bit too much for people.
Yeah.
They don't want me to touch their hearts that way. Cause my live just disappeared on me.
You said they went ghosts.
I never had that happen before in all fucking 9 episodes. So that's funny. I never had a motherfucker just slide out because I asked what's the definition of a man. But men don't like to talk about the definition of a man because a lot of them don't want to look in the mirror and realize that they really not a man. They don't want to talk about it. They rather lay up and bullshit around and have a bunch of excuses on why they can't do this and why they can't do that and why they not being real with their self. You can't be real with somebody else if you're not real with yourself.
Right.
Point blank period.
They don't want to hear the truth. Tell them.
Nah.
Tell them Armstrong. They don't want to hear the truth.
That's what we gonna do on the Fear Podcast. And I promised y'all last week that we got in the females' ass. So this week I was getting in the male ass. I don't know if y'all thought I was bluffing or not, but that's what's going on around here. Fuck that. We ain't just ready to be biased. I got 3 daughters at home. I can't just bash these women and we ain't gonna bash these men.
Yes,
We gotta
sir.
talk about it. It gotta be talked about. So let's move forward. Since they don't want to tell me the definition of a man, let's move forward. And this is, and it's funny, and that's why I lined it up the way that I lined it up. Being as though they don't want to tell us the definition of a man, that kind of answers my question of what I'm about to ask next, which is, why are our young men not productive in society? 70% of our young men are not productive in society because the older men obviously don't know what it takes to be a man or don't know the definition of a man. So they really can't explain to this young man how to be a full-grown man if they don't know how to be a man themselves. So that's leaving our young men lost. And it's truly sad because I want to know why our young men are so fast to spend their money on designer clothes and jewelry and females and all of this and all of that, and talking about how they nuts hang low and they drag and so quick to kill each other and so quick to fuck a nigga bitch and all of this and all of that, but they still live with their mother. They still live with Mom Dukes. They don't want to leave. They don't want to prosper.
We got more guests coming. We got them coming.
They don't want to prosper. They don't want to spread their wings and move forward. And if they are moving forward, correct me if I'm wrong, producer man. If they are moving forward, right, and they do leave out of Mom Duke's house, right? Now they go move with a female.
Yeah. And don't help out there.
And then when they move with this female, they want to control how she gonna move and her shit. I'm the man in this house. How you the man in here, bro, and you ain't contributing to nothing? You can't even tell me what a gallon of milk costs.
Miss Armstrong said they're influenced by their peers and their
Welcome to the
role
Fear
models.
Podcast. Yeah, they are. They are influenced by their peers and their role models.
Definitely the peers.
But it all goes back into accountability, and it all goes back into the fact that most of these men don't want to talk about the definition of a man to be able to get down to how to teach our younger men how to be men. So now you got a bunch of young men who are not being productive in society because they never had a man to show them how to be productive in society. Yeah, they live with their uncle. Yeah, they live with their cousin. Yeah, they live with their whatever, but they not showing them nothing. What she say?
She said riding around with them furry ass steering wheels.
Exactly. With the seat linked all the way back.
All the way back, smoking a mild.
Smoking a blunt. Got that girl car smelling like a pound of weed when she go to work. Her manager looking at her, got piss her every 2 weeks because of you, nigga. Because of you.
Lack of fathers in their lives.
But you can't say it's a lack of fathers because I didn't have a father.
I was ready to say you can't
No, because
blame that on lack of fathers.
You can't,
in
because
their
I've
lives.
seen and I know some fathers, right?
Yeah.
And for instance, these cats that's out on the corner and they damn near 40 talking about gang gang, and they got their 10, 11-year-old son right there. What role model are you been? What good role model are you been? How are you
Right.
teaching your man to be a son? You teaching your man to come outside and stand on the corner every day, all day?
They don't.
What else are you showing them?
Nothing.
I'd rather you show them how to play video games.
Exactly.
Teach them some basketball, something, some sport, something.
They don't.
Our men are not productive, man. What's up, bro? LS_kid says niggas know right from wrong.
She said, Miss La.
Fully charged, man. What's up, man? Welcome to the Fed Podcast, baby. I gotta have you as a guest one day.
Miss Armstrong said
Like
you
your
could
style,
have
fully
a
charged.
strong ass woman around you telling you and teaching you how to be a man better than
Yeah.
a
What happened?
damn male. She said you could have a strong ass woman around you telling and teaching you how to be a man better than a damn male.
That's possible.
That is possible, but a female can't teach a man how to be a man. It's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's gonna lack somewhere.
Not only is he
Most females that are raised, most males that are raised by females alone and never was able to find some type of male guidance, they're emotional and they end up in prison. And they end up in prison because they think with their emotion.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying absolutely niggas definitely need father figures. I'm not saying that these guys can't be raised. Some guys that's productive that's raised by their mom, right? It is. What's up, baby D? Welcome to the Fed Podcast. It's some guys that's productive that's raised by their mom. It is. It is. But it's not. It doesn't happen a lot, and most of those guys end up somewhere they don't want to be. LS_kids says, but see, that's why all these boys out here so emotional, cause we was raised by females. Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I just said. See,
Don't know how to control their
before
emotions.
this group of people I got in my life now, the topic before this was, what's the definition of a man? And when I asked that question, my whole life went empty. Nobody wanted to talk about the definition of a man. My life went empty, right? So then we move forward to, well, if you can't give me the definition of a man, this is why this is happening. This is why these young men are now buying all these designer shoes. You got a young dude with, every day you see him, he got a new pair of Balenciagas on, some Dior shirts and all this and all of that. He got a Rollie, he got a chain, he got a Honda Coupe or Infinity 4-door, the new XZX truck and all of this and all of that. But he live with his mom. And he's not helping his mom with no bills. And he go in the refrigerator, he open the refrigerator and he say, Mom, where the food? She said, I ain't go to the market yet. He don't even come out his pocket. Well, he just made a stack today outside. He don't come out his pocket and say, well, Mom, he go 400, take 2, put it on the light bill, take the other 2 and go to the market.
What's good? What's
Or
good?
here, just because.
Or here just because.
Just because.
But at the end of the day, when you buy 7 pair of Balenciagas, and I understand that, right? LS_kid, but she allowed that. I understand, but she allowed that, right? But at the end of the day, we all know that a mother and her son is like,
It's a bond that's not
it's a bond that's inseparable. And most mothers fear of putting their son out because they feel like when they put their son out, if their son get killed or go to jail, it's their fault. And now that's on their conscience and on their mind. They not really understanding that it's not their fault if they put them out. Because LS, you my big bro. You know me. You know our peoples put us out. Get out. You think you grown? Get out. And it made us experience the world. But they didn't have the fear of, and that's because we was raised by our grandmother, so it's a lot different. They didn't have the fear of us getting killed. They said, look, if they go out there and do some shit that they wasn't supposed to do, that's on them because they gave us the proper knowledge. You following what I'm saying? Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? But the bond can enable them at the same time. The bond can enable them. It can. It can enable them. You know? And that's what we talking about right now. That's what we speaking on right now. The fact that our young men are enabled. 70% of our young men are fucked because they don't have and don't understand what's the definition of a man, and they don't feel like they have to be productive in society because what they see around them and what they see in these rap videos and in these movies and what their so-called OGs is telling them is not what it takes to make it to the top. Instead of your OG putting a gun in your hand and a pack in your hand and telling you go kill that nigga and go get some money, why he not showing you how to get a secure credit card and go walk off the lot with whatever you want?
Yeah, and that goes back to say what I was saying. For the ones, for the fellas out here that feel like they on
Right.
father,
I agree.
and they outside, like I said, they got their kid outside, but they showing them the whole.
It's
I've
fucked
been
up.
there.
What that
That's
person
something you
say?
don't want to do. That's something you're not supposed to be letting your son experience or see you in the element. If you
Yeah.
are in that element, you
Yeah.
don't let your son see you in that element.
Lack of hard work and dedication. It is lack of hard work and dedication, bro. You're absolutely right. Go ahead.
Like loyalty. These niggas ain't even loyal to their kid.
At all.
Overlay said these niggas worried about the wrong shit out here, other than getting a job, staying out the streets, and helping out the fam.
But see, here's where I have to go back to. Here's where I have to go back to my females, on in this incident, and with her saying what she just said. And hold on, let me answer this. LS_killer says they lack seeing hard work and dedication. Right, absolutely right. That's what we saying. They don't see that. They think that the quick flip and the quick come up is it. That's how you get it. It's not how you get it at all. In no way, shape, or form. It's not how you get it. So in the end, what I was about to say, yeah, females, for my females, instead of you, I watched a young lady the other day walk up to a young man who I know is not, he lived with, this young man I know lived with his mom. I know for a fact because I know him personally. But he had on a pair of $1,500 glasses. What they call, Cartier glasses?
Yeah,
I
Cardi.
don't even know what they call. See what I'm saying? I'm a believer. I ain't spending $1,500 on no glasses. He had on a pair of $1,500 glasses, some designer clothing, and some designer shoes. I don't know the brands. I ain't staring at that man that hard. I just know he had on a little drip, right? That's cool. All right. The young lady walked up to him and said, "Oh my God, you look like money." That's what she said to him. "You look like money." He said, "Oh, thanks, baby." No, no. Instead of her walking to him and saying, "Well, did you, with all that you got on, do you still live with your mother?" Because I think you should be, done moved out by now. Because the outfit that you got on right now was a deposit and first month's rent for a house and a car. If it's real, if it's not a knockoff.
Right.
That's another thing. These young boys want to buy a bunch of knockoff shit to look like they got something that they don't. And then when they get robbed, or when somebody try to kill them for this knockoff shit, now somebody talking about, damn, he killed my baby or robbed him for his shoes, but he out here pretending to be something that he not. He perpetrating.
Overlay said, but also it's not just men, it's women too. They expect to get a lot out of people other than doing shit for themselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we talked about that last week. Women use sex and how they dress and the things that they do to seduce men into moving how they want them to move and doing the things that they want them to do. I wish y'all could see this young man behind me right now dancing with these Yeezys on and it's Adidas that he
All right,
got
hold
on.
on. Miss Armstrong said, so what about females that live with their mother?
That's not acceptable if you old enough. That's what I'm saying. We talked about the females last week, right?
Right.
So if she missed last week, I'm sorry, but this week we getting on the guys. I don't want to keep dogging the females out, but that's not acceptable. If you had one baby, right, and your mom let you stay there. All right, I'm gonna help you raise my grandbaby. Blah, 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 blah. Now you got 2 babies, and she still lets you stay.
Nah.
Now you got 3 babies. And you're not getting, and you're getting government assistance, but you still don't move out. I don't understand that. LS_killer says to be a provider, most no gas, lack proper knowledge to go out into the work field, so they end up outside trying to support the woman. Yes, that is true. Or they could not lack the proper knowledge. Like my producer man is saying, it's really an excuse. They really don't want to work for nobody else, quote unquote. They feel like they got to be a boss, quote unquote, and they got to get fast money, quote unquote. But then you go outside and you get a pack from a nigga, so you still working for a nigga anyway. Cause you ain't go buy no kilo and bust down. You ain't go buy no quarter brick. You ain't even go buy no quarter ounce and bust down. You went and got a pack from your man and you work for him. A pack. And you getting 70, 30, maybe 80, 20 off of it. And, you know, because I did it. When I was 14, 15, I did it. You know, so it's not knocking it. But I'm saying as you become a man, it's time to change some shit, man. You gotta change it up, and you gotta move the way you're supposed to move, man. You can't be out here living with your mother, having kids. You got 4 or 5 different baby mothers, and you got them bitches busting out your mother house window, cause she coming to look for you, cause you got the other baby mother in there, and you in there with her, and she coming to your mother house. She don't want to disrespect your mother, but she in her feelings, so she spazzing out. Mm-hmm. But if you was living on your own, and you was in your own shit, she wouldn't be disrespecting your mother. Because she wouldn't have to come to your mother's house to get to you. You see what I'm saying? How can you sit and look yourself in the mirror and say, sexy_1313 is saying you're speaking straight facts. I appreciate that, and I'm trying to, and that's what the Fed podcast is about. You know, we want to bring light to the shit that nobody else gonna bring light to. We want to talk about the shit that nobody else gonna talk about. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, because I'm not. Nobody's perfect. I learned. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I know I'm a man. I know I protect and provide. And I ain't beating on my woman or cheating on my woman. You feel me? At the end of the day, you got to do what's right. Do what's right. You know, I ain't have the male role model and all of that. So guess what? I got up and I seeked it. I looked for a positive male that I saw was doing the positive things, and I attached myself to that person, and I learned from that person. I opened up a fucking book and I read it, and I expanded my mind, and I wasn't just stuck in my neighborhood seeing the same things and thinking that this guy up the street really loved me, when the whole time he'll backdoor the fuck out me. He'll blow my head off as soon as I don't do what he want me to do.
And that's crazy, because you love the shit out of him.
Love him. Do whatever for him.
Yeah.
You know? Nigga, do whatever for the nigga that's gonna backdoor him. Yeah. But the nigga that show you the most love and that's gonna do right by you, you treat him like he is square.
Yep.
Fuck, yo be on some gay shit.
All you'll do is sit in the house.
Yeah. I done heard the most outrageous shit, man. I'm from Park Heights Avenue. I'm from Park Heights and Oakley, to be exact. I done heard some crazy shit. I done heard niggas say some crazy shit. Oh, man, yo a square. Yo got a job. Yo a square. Nobody want no job. Fuck out of here, nigga. Nigga, we
Yo
trapping.
sound dumb as shit.
Nigga, we trapping, nigga. We ain't working.
Yo sound dumb as shit.
I've heard it. I've heard it all. When I first started rapping, it wasn't cool to rap. Niggas ain't want to rap. You know what niggas used to say? Producer man can correct me if I'm wrong. We shooting videos and shit in the hood. Nigga, yo, damn, hell boy, you rapping? You ain't trapping no more? What you mean? What I'm saying, can I put the gun in the video? Nah, yo, we ain't representing that. Damn, nigga can't put the gun in the video? You don't got the work in the video?
Oh, you different.
Damn, yo, you want some bullshit, yo. You done changed up. Niggas,
Like they
niggas
say it
be
like it's a
wildin',
problem.
man. Sexy underscore 131 said, you know, I watched you grow from a young man to a responsible adult. This is Mr. Mir from CC Jackson. I appreciate that. Absolutely. And for you saying that, when I was younger, I was wild as hell. I didn't care because I had a lack of guidance and I didn't understand what it took to be a man. But like I said, as I got older and realized that the people around me was bullshitting me and the things I saw was bullshit, I had to seek help. And that's another thing as black men in our society, we don't feel as though we need to do. We feel as though asking for help makes us weak.
Yeah.
We feel as though if I cry on my brother's shoulder, I'm weak.
Yeah.
First of all, you got to make sure that's your real brother.
Right.
And if that's your real brother, if he don't tell you that it's okay to cry, then something wrong. Because at the end of the day, if a man wasn't supposed to cry, if a man wasn't supposed to have emotions, then we wouldn't have it. I'm not supposed to have a baby, so goddamn it, I don't have ovaries.
Right.
You feel me? I'm not supposed to get pregnant, so guess what? I don't come on my cycle. But if something is hurting me, I get the feeling that tears come down my eyes. So why can't I let them out? What's the problem with me letting them out? Oh, because I'm a male and I'm supposed to be hard and I'm supposed to be macho and I'm supposed to suck it up. I watched a nigga tell his son that, bro. Shut up. Boys don't cry. Shut up. Why would you tell him that? You know, it's a difference. If his feelings is hurt, tell him it's okay to cry. Let it out. All that whining you doing, stop that. But it's okay to cry. Let it out. Because one thing I saw people say shit like, stop crying like a little girl, right? But then when a little girl crying, they say, stop all that damn crying. Nobody want to hear that. Wait. You just told a little boy to stop crying like a little girl, but now the little girl crying, and you tell her stop crying because you don't want to hear it. But she a little girl. So she, like, man, we just fucked up. Mentally, we fucked up. You feel me? And it's sad, man. And I wanted to touch on that this show because last show, like I said, we touched on females and how they use their sexuality and how they use what they wear to seduce and court and get what they want. But men out here doing shit that they have no business doing, trying to please women. So we all just out here trying to put on a big show for each other.
Stupid
Cause she got on these skimpy ass clothes, trying to show her ass and show her titties and show her little curves in her body so she can persuade you to get to buy her a drink and give her some money, right? And you got on all the designer and all this old goofy ass shit, you know what I mean? And playing this macho tough guy, now I knock a nigga out in this bitch so she can look at you like, oh, he a gangster. I'm giving him the pussy. So we all trying to prove something to each other around this bitch, huh?
Oh, not me.
I'm not saying you in general. I'm saying
I mean, them niggas might be,
that's how it be, though,
yeah,
man.
of course.
Fake all the way around. You fake
Of
once
course.
you meet each other.
That's
It's
how it be,
fake.
man. Exactly.
It's
And then
course.
you wonder why when you go to establish a relationship with this young lady and then she start acting a certain way, you like, damn, you acting different. No, you never knew her.
Right.
She was putting on a facade the whole time. This is the real her. This is the real her. Oh, you don't like the real her. Guess what? She ain't gonna like the real you either.
Yep.
When she find out they your boy, they your homeboy Jordans you got on.
Not the homeboy, George.
Bro, anybody see the joint where the dude was in Mondon? Was it Mondon? Wherever, the dude was in the mall, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a homeboy walked in. The dude was with his girl. Homeboy walked in and said, yo, didn't I tell you before I went to work you couldn't wear that? This nigga had on his shirt, his pants, and his shoes.
I think I did see that video.
Absolutely GTI smoke.
I think
you know
I
I'ma
did
keep
see
it a
that
buck
video.
at all times, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Don't start making your strip in the store.
Yeah.
Man, take my shit off now. Yo, like, yo, you gonna do me like that in front of her? Man, take my shit off. I told you couldn't hold it. Take my shit off. Don't make the nigga strip in the store. The bitch walked away from him, bro. He didn't even fight. He didn't even put up a fight with the nigga like, yo, I'm not taking my shoes and shit off, yo. You got me fucked up.
He can't. I mean,
I'm just saying, if you gonna fake it till you make it, you might as well go ahead and fake it the rest of the way. Cause now you're losing the bitch that you faked it for.
yeah.
Cause now she looking at you like you a sucker. You just let a nigga, yo, he stripped him in that mall, bro. The nigga walked out with a t-shirt, boxes, and socks, bro.
I wouldn't got stripped in the mall.
Because he told the nigga to take off the motherfucking shirt, the undershirt, because that was his too.
So
We would have had a fight about that.
He put on his undershirt, his top, pants, and the shoes.
Yo just stole it.
He just took it.
Yo had the whole 9 on.
Yeah,
the whole
You
whole
gotta
giddy
come up
up.
out there. Nigga, I would come up out there.
He
right
had the
now.
whole 9 on, man.
Come out, you shouldn't have wore it.
I come up out of it, but not in the mall though. We gonna have to scrap it out or something.
All I'm
crazy.
saying, but see, he put himself in that position because he never should have been faking.
He shouldn't have put it on.
Of
Never-
course.
He's faking all the way around the boy. He
Let me
faking
say
with
this
the
right
girl,
now.
and he faking his homeboy.
That's what I'm saying. He might as well
Come
fake
up
it out
out
with
of
the
it.
scratch.
Let me
Boy,
say this
you-
right now for the Fed podcast, man. If a person don't fuck with you for you, stay away from them.
Yes, sir. They not for you. You
Stay
heard
away
me.
from them. And if you don't understand who you are, stay the fuck in the house until you do. If you can't look in the mirror and tell yourself who you are, what you stand for, because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. I mean, anything. And that's what's going on out here. That's what's going on. That's why people join gangs. That's why it's killing. All of that. Yo, I remember when I was younger, if a nigga stepped on your white Air Force Ones, you was supposed to punch him in the mouth.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that was a rule.
That was a rule.
Damn.
Nigga, you stepped on my shit, nigga. I'm finna punch you in your shit, nigga.
I'm actually friends with somebody that I did that to, and I'm actually friends with him now. And I'm friends with him because I felt that was so fucked up of the mind frame and.
But that's what we thought.
Yeah.
But instead of
And the whole
us,
time he cool as shit.
yo,
Cool as shit.
like, bro, like a nigga could have stepped on your shit by accident.
you could have
yo,
saw
you-
it coming.
Like, yo, you
and just,
stepped, like you put it out there so he could step on your shit.
for real. Dead ass serious.
Like, testing a nigga. Like, bro, instead of just being like, even if the dude don't say excuse me, you like, yo, that's something you can wipe off, bro, and keep it going.
Yeah.
But if you get the guffing with this nigga, and then it go to a whole nother level, now you done killed this nigga over stepping on some shoes you could have wiped off.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show you the mentality that we have and that we had as young black men.
9 times out of 10, that's why a lot of fights and parties.
A lot of fights and parties kicked off from that. Look, my man GTI Smoke said I was fighting the whole shaking bit because of that.
See?
Because a nigga stepped on my shoe, bro.
And it's definitely, I can say it definitely changed now. The kids nowadays, they know how to party.
Yeah, they do.
I mean,
They
I
did.
can't
Some
say the
of 'em.
kids. Right, I was about to say, it depends on,
Yeah.
I can't go too low. You can't go too low. I can't go too low. Now, you do have some kids that know how to party. And I mean, what I mean is, they not in there worried about who's stepping on what. They're not in there worried about who's
But see,
sweating.
the difference from the generation now and the generation of us, like for instance, my little bro generation, my little brother right here, for those who think I'm on a show by myself, I'm not, right? So between my generation and his generation, because we do a lot of high school parties and shit like that, the difference is his generation, they don't even touch each other. They be in the parties with their phones out. I mean, they listen to their songs and they keep it moving. You know, we used to freak dance,
I'm gonna ask
hold on to
Monte
each
on
other,
here.
all kinds of other shit. They don't even do that. Like, I be trying to, like, I'm hosting the joint and I'm trying to, like, get them to interact. The boys be over here, the girls be over there. Like, when y'all gonna mesh with each other?
Yeah.
So I kind of think that's what keeps their parties from being a little more violent than our shit.
I got a minute left on here, but let me get this comment before I restart it.
All right, go ahead, get that in.
Monte Henson said, ego is a powerful thing. A lot of people can't control theirs.
Yeah, for sure. But it's deeper than ego. And you just walked in onto like the end of the show. So I hope you catch it on YouTube, and you'll find out what I mean by it's deeper than the ego, because we spoke and touched on a lot of things today. This show is a hour show. It's dedicated to my brother Terrell Scott. What I want to say is, make sure y'all check out www.jewsjoyfulboutique.com. Also, fuck with the Blackness clothing line that we got going on, Charles Life Networks. And I want to touch on our fear for the week. The show fear means face everything and rise. So my fear for this week was the fact that I had to get on here and talk about what makes a man. And before I could get on here and talk about what makes a man and talk about the things that I'm talking about, what's up, Tay? And talk about the things that I'm talking about, I had to make sure I look myself in the mirror and I check myself and my background and the things that I do and the way that I carry it, and make sure that I'm doing things right before I get on this podcast and be speaking on some shit. So I faced that fear, and I got on the podcast, and I brought it to y'all. Bro, what was your fear for this week, brother?
Yo, you might as well just put me third, bro.
Put you third. Producer, man, you got a fear for a week? For this week? And fear means you face everything and rise.
I really don't have no fear this week. This week
I mean, it's okay. If you didn't have to face the adversity this week, that's fine. That's good. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing.
That's actually, that means I had a good week, bro.
That means you had a good week.
I had a good week.
That means you had a good week. Got anything? Nah, not really. That's cool. That's good. That's a good week too. Another fear I had to face was that, you know,
I had a cool
somebody
week.
close to me passed away,
Until today, for real.
and I have to face that, live with that, and learn how to operate without that person in my life ever again. So that's another fear that I had to face, and that wasn't
Definitely.
easy. But I realized that it's nothing I can do about it. It's all in God's hands. You had something for the day?
I'm good.
All right, man. So
Well, since I don't have a fear, I want to say something. I want to put a fear out there if we have any listeners.
sure.
I want everybody to face a personal fear this upcoming week. Meaning, I want people to like look at themselves, analyze themselves. Even if you analyze yourself a little more than what you think you analyze yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Because even when I have a good week, I still feel like I should be facing something. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. It's something should still be there.
Something should still be there. So I just challenge everybody.
Look in that mirror.
this week. Yeah, just to look
Absolutely.
in that mirror, you know. And I'm gonna do the same thing.
Oh man, well, it's the Fair Podcast. I go by the name Hellboy KCK.
It's the kid, Mr. Bangers.
Hey man, we appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure y'all check us out next week. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Spotify. You know what it is, man. We out. Love y'all.
Yes, sir.